Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect LFC, where we are going to be starting a new show where we call Match Facts. Match Facts, we'll be focusing on all the games that Liverpool are involved in and some of the match facts that we have to know about the game and whatever that we're expecting in terms of the team news and everything that will be happening. So it means some updates over the injuries and stuff like that, they're happening in this one. So be excited because we are starting with a big one. The last game we have to play before we go to our first international break of the season, and I'm really excited. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What are you expecting between Liverpool and Manchester United? If you want to find out, I already did an analysis as well video on the Football Connect where I was building up this game because this is a big game, people, so go check it out there. But if you are here for the TFC, then you're in the right place because I'll keep you updated of all the things that are happening. TFC, LFC, it's exciting times, people. Let's get into it. So I'm starting with some team news just to give you an update over everything that is happening. So let's get into that. Wow, my light just went off, so I'll switch it on so that we get into that. So anyway, let's continue. So team news. Manchester United midfielder Mason Mount is likely to miss several weeks after sustaining another hamstring injury during last week's loss against West Brom. So, of course, Mason Mount, according to some people that I heard, they said that Mason Mount actually went during the summer to a certain place where they were going to help him so that he doesn't find himself with so many injuries. Yet he comes back again and got another injury in the game that he played, and I think that was his second game of the season. He has not been playing so much, but the Ten Hag was now starting to trust him and was giving him more game time, and again another injury setback. So only thing that we can say is that we hope the guy comes back strong and he's fit, and we are just praying for him because at this moment you can't do anything when injuries keeps hitting you like that as a player. But let's just hope that everything will be okay. Rasmus Højlund will not feature until after the international break, while Victor Lindelof, Luke Shaw, Lenny Yoro, and Tyler Malacia remains out. So, of course, we saw some videos of Rasmus Højlund exercising, training with the team, and everyone already started to think that he was going to be in the match squad, he was going to be playing. But these are some of the confirmation we are being told on the United side that Højlund will only feature after the international break because they don't want to rush him, of course, into the injuries. Maybe if he's going to come, maybe with the last 10 minutes, but what they're saying that he will not feature. Maybe this is some team news that are coming from United. Things can change, people, so let's see what happens. Liverpool's new signing Federico Chiesa is unlikely to make it to Sunday's squad as he has only been able to join the training for the first time on Friday. So, of course, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Only 2 days of him training. And according to what Arne Slot said in his interview, he said that he has not had enough game time or even training time with his team Juventus when they were still at the Juventus, so he doesn't want to rush him. He wants to maintain him, and he said it. He doesn't think that he will feature in the game against United. But anyway, we are excited about him just being signed for Liverpool. But let's wait and see the time he gets to play our new number 14. The last one that we can give in terms of team news. Curtis Jones has missed training this week and is expected to be unavailable. That's the only news we only know about Curtis Jones. We're not even sure what is the injury and what is keeping him out and how long he'll be out. We are just being told he's not yet fit. What happened? We were told that he sustained an injury in the training ground with Liverpool, but that was it. The rest is still a mystery, people. So we'll wait and see what happens on that one, but that's the news that you had to know. Let's come to the match facts, what I'm actually here for and the excitement that comes. So when it comes to head-to-head, there are some interesting match facts that we're going to talk about. Of course, there are Manchester United match facts as well as Liverpool, because the team that is at home is Manchester United. We'll talk of them first, then we'll go to Liverpool. But let's start with some head-to-head match facts that we need to be prepared for when it comes to this game. Manchester United have only just won one of their last 12 Premier League games against Liverpool, a 2-1 that they won victory at Old Trafford in the third game of the campaign 2022 to 2023. When we add the FA Cup, we have to say 2 games of their last 13. But in terms of the Premier League, they've only managed to win two. They've only managed to win one game in the last 12 games that they've played with the Liverpool. Of course, there are some draws in there, but also there are so many defeats in that situation. It's not been easy for any manager who's been at United. Ask Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He experienced 5-0 at Old Trafford. I think that was the worst of any manager. I think that's how he got the sack. But Erik ten Hag, the most luckiest man in the world, was beaten 7-0 at Anfield, and he was not sacked. You never know. Like works in mysterious way. Anyway, as we move on to the other one, Liverpool have lost just one of their last 6 Premier League away meetings. They've won 7 Premier League games at Old Trafford. A tally bettered only by Manchester City, who have won 9. So that is interesting. So since Klopp has been the manager last season to now, Liverpool have, which are 6 games, but in the last 6 games, they've only lost 1 game. And I think that 1 game was against Everton, if I remember so well. So it's going to be interesting. It was that Everton game that we lost at their home ground. I think that was the nail in the coffin that took us out of the Premier League title race. And I think I remember it so vividly well. But we have not lost any game from then. And now we are going to Old Trafford. And in this one, in terms of the tallies, we have now won around 7 times at Old Trafford. Only the team that has done better than us is the rivals, which is Manchester City. It's going to be an exciting one. I'm telling you, people. Let's hear another match fact. And I think this is my favorite one, even though I haven't even read it. However, the Reds only one of their final 5 games in the fixture under Jurgen Klopp. A 7-0 Premier League victory at Anfield is in March. Also, however, in their last final 5 games in this fixture, Jurgen Klopp has only managed to got the 7-0 win as his last victory against Manchester United, which happened at Anfield. I remember it, March 2023. That's one of my favorite, like I just said. Erik ten Hag and Arne Slot met 4 times during the Eredivisie. Slot's AZ beat ten Hag's Ajax twice in 2019-2020 before Erik ten Hag beat Slot's Feyenoord in both matches in 2021-2022 campaign. That's when Arne Slot had moved on to Feyenoord, coming from AZ. So it's an interesting one because every single time ten Hag has managed to beat Slot was when Slot was still working on the new team, which is Feyenoord. But rather than that, playing with him, with this team that he had already placed in his identity, which is AZ, he beat Erik ten Hag twice. So now they're going to be playing for the 50th time. Who's going to be the winner? You let me know in the comment section. So the other one, I think that is the last in terms of the head-to-heads. They're saying that this is the first Premier League game between 2 Dutch managers since Chelsea win over Ronald Koeman Southampton in 2016. Interesting stats. The Dutch managers are about to show us what it is made of, as they're literally managing the best 2 teams in the Premier League. So let's see what happens with that. Historically, these are the best 2 teams in the Premier League. So, match facts about Manchester United before we go to our beloved Liverpool, then we're out of here. Manchester United have dropped points in in at least one of their opening 2 games match for 7 consecutive seasons. That's interesting because if you come back to those 7 consecutive seasons, Sir Alex Ferguson was no longer the manager of United. So it makes sense. Since Sir Alex Ferguson left, United have not been the same, if you know what I mean. Okay, United have conceded an injury time winner in 6 of their last 78 Premier League games under Erik ten Hag. In the previous 1,152 matches in the competition, they did it only twice. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's a crazy stat. So what they're actually telling us about is that Erik ten Hag has in his last 78 games he has played as a Manchester United manager, his team, his Manchester United as a manager, have conceded the last minute goals, which is of course above 90 when the game is about to come to an end. He has conceded 6 times. But in the Manchester United's last 1,152 games, they've only conceded those types of goals twice. So something is lacking with Erik ten Hag. Is it mentality? Something that seems like all the previous managers, even though they were not successful, got it covered. They always make sure that their team won. So something that they have to work on, really, to be honest. The Red Devils could keep a consecutive league home clean sheet for the first time in 16 months. So if the Red Devils don't concede a goal against United at home, against Liverpool at home, it will be for the first time they keep a clean sheet in 16 months. Something has to be done. Something is really wrong with this United team. They are one short of 200 goals scored in all competition, and I could tell Erik ten Hag. Let me read that again because I want you to listen to this. They are only one short of 200 goals scored in all competition under Erik ten Hag. They are leading the goal scorer under the Dutch. Their leading goal scorer under the Dutch manager is Marcus Rashford with 38 goals. So, of course, Marcus Rashford has scored 38, and all the goals that he has been scored under Erik ten Hag for United, they just have to score one goal against Liverpool, and that will make it their 200th goal under Erik ten Hag. That's an interesting stat. Marcus Rashford has scored 7 goals in all competition against Liverpool. His best tally against any club other than 8 years netted versus Leicester City. All 7 of his goals against Liverpool have all been scored at Old Trafford. So as much as people are talking about Marcus Rashford being dropped, it always feels like he finds his form against Liverpool. And according to that stat, he has scored 7 against us. The highest he has scored against a team. And the only team that comes close to that is Leicester City. So it's going to be an interesting thing to see what Erik ten Hag decides to do. You know what I mean? And however, Marcus Rashford hasn't had a shot in the Premier League yet this season, despite playing 155 minutes. It's just the second time in his 274 game top flight career that he has failed to have a shot in a back-to-back game, having started both of the games. That's an interesting one. I did not even know that he hasn't even had a shot on target. So that has to change if there's going to be anything that happens when it comes to Liverpool tomorrow at Old Trafford. Lastly, let's hear what they have to say about Liverpool, my beloved Liverpool. So Liverpool could win their opening 3 games in the Premier League without conceding for the third time, and for the third time, and the first since 2018-2019 season, when they defeated Manchester United 1-0 in the third fixture. Wow. Also, this has happened before, but that time it was at Anfield. But the interesting part is this. I've always believed that Klopp's 2018-2019 team was the best Liverpool I've ever seen under the German. And of course, we finished second to Manchester City, and we won the Champions League that season. That team was close to perfection. I've seen so many Liverpools, but that team was perfecto. It was perfect. We had so many draws in that season. I did not like it, but you could see that this team was really one of the best. So you can see we have played United again, always at the third. We've played United again, always, and this is really important, always on the third fixture. And the last time we did it was in 2018-2019. We beat them by 1-0. But let's find out what happens tomorrow. Not even this week, tomorrow. The Reds have the highest XG, 5.3, and the lowest XG against 1 so far this season. What does that even mean? You know, this XG things confuse me. Of course, 5 point something XG is the goals that we are trying to score, so I don't know, it is higher than the 1 against, which means people who are trying to score Liverpool. Whatever you think of it, tell me. XG nerds, let me know in the comment section what do you even say to that. It's a good start. What do you say? Anyway, let's move on. Arne Slot can become the first permanent Liverpool manager. What do they mean permanent? What do they mean? Arne Slot can become the first permanent Liverpool manager to win his first game against United since Bob Paisley in 1975. George Kay is the only Liverpool boss to win his first away league against the Red Devils, doing it. So guess the year, people. Guess the year. 1936. That is so far. That is really far. That's really far. But one thing that, you know, the Arne Slot era, even though it's still early, is giving up the Bob Paisley era after what happened after he moved on. Who moved on? I'm forgetting anyway. I'll try to talk about that, why I feel like it's giving up a bit of that. So, and it seems like Arne Slot keeps making history every single time. But anyway, let's move on from that. Liverpool won only 2 of their 9 Premier League away fixture last season against the other teams. Let me read this stat again. Liverpool won only 2 of their 9 Premier League away fixtures last season against the other teams than finished in the top half of the table. 2-1 trap at Newcastle and Crystal Palace. So according to what I'm being told in this stat, I really had to read it twice. They are saying that Liverpool last season, we only managed to win 2 games against the teams that were in the top 9. Only 2 games against the teams that were in the top 9. That we were winning them at their own home ground, away. Never, but at our home ground, some were beating. That's a terrible stat, because we need to take those away points if we want to fight for anything at all. The next one is that Mohamed Salah's 11 goal in 13 games in this fixture makes him the leading Premier League goal scorer versus United. He just loves himself, United. He loves himself. I've never seen a fixture where Mohamed Salah come alive than the United fixture. He's a different animal, and I'm hoping to see that kind of a player tomorrow. Salah has netted in each of his last 6 away games against the Red Devils in all competition, scoring 9 times in total. We played Brentford last week, and that's one of the teams that Salah always score against so many times, and it's exciting to hear that he always enjoys scoring against United, and he has scored in his last 6 away games. So the last 6 games we've played away at Old Trafford, Salah has scored. That's a good stat to keep, you know. Okay, so the last one, this will be Virgil van Dijk's 200th Premier League game for Liverpool. He has been on the winning side 139 times of his 199 so far, a record tally inside the 200 matches for a player. So people don't talk about this. Virgil van Dijk has literally made history, people. According to the stats, Van Dijk is going to be playing his game number 200 for Liverpool against United. A good tally. And he has won 139 games as a Liverpool player. 139 games. That's a world record tally for any player. In fact, that's a Premier League record tally for any player. Nobody has managed to do that inside the 200 games. So Give some respect to my captain. Whenever we say he's the best in the world, he's our number 4, you always refuse. Yet stats every time are proving it that he is the best. Remember, we're talking about the Premier League where the Rio Ferdinand played in, the Ruud van Nistelrooy played in, all those players that you respect as some of the best defenders. Yet look what he's doing. Put some respect on the almighty Virgin. Anyway, people, so those are some match facts that you can expect to either be broken or to be broken or not to be broken at all when it comes to United versus Liverpool, as well as some of the players you should not be expecting to see, or you might be surprised that, oh, we were told they were not going to be in there. Yeah, when they're in the game. But be excited with people. There's going to be a good game, and I'm excited for it. I'm so pumped for it. Arne Slot's first true test, according to some people, but also Arne Slot's first game against Manchester United at their own home ground. I'm excited. Are you? Click the like button. Subscribe to the Connect LFC. You'll see me on another one. We're out. Peace. Facebook users, do me a favor. There's a link. Go click that link. Go support the Football Connect LFC. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.